Hello and welcome back to our lecture series on storytelling with data, a data visualization guide for business professionals. My name's Joe, and in this video, we'll talk about Chapter 7, Lessons in Storytelling. Data alone isn't enough. Why is this? Well, data informs, but stories are what persuade. Stories help people understand, remember, and most importantly, act. Our goal is to turn data into a story that drives decisions. And in this chapter, we'll explore the magic of story and how we can use concepts of storytelling to communicate effectively with data. Data alone rarely inspires action. Numbers, tables, and charts can inform, but without structure and meaning, they often fail to engage the audience or motivate decisions. To communicate effectively, we must transform data into a story. Storytelling provides a structure that organizes information, captures attention, and makes insights memorable. Humans have relied on stories for thousands of years to explain the world, to transmit knowledge, and to persuade others. By adopting storytelling principles in analytical communication, we can turn data into narratives that guide understanding and drive action. Stories are powerful because they combine logic with emotion. Facts alone appeal primarily to intellect, but stories engage both reasoning and feeling. When information is embedded within a narrative structure, audiences become more attentive, more engaged, and more likely to remember the message. This makes storytelling an invaluable tool for anyone seeking to communicate insights derived from data. Stories are memorable for several reasons. First, they're repeated and retold. Repetition helps information move from short-term memory into long-term memory. Second, stories have structure. Most narratives follow a recognizable pattern consisting of a beginning, a middle, and an end. This structure organizes events in a way that allows the audience to follow a logical progression and anticipate a resolution. In storytelling traditions across cultures, narratives often revolve around a central character who encounters a problem, struggles to overcome it, and then ultimately reaches a resolution. This pattern creates tension and curiosity. The audience wants to know what will happen next. The desire to resolve uncertainty keeps people engaged. When we communicate with data, we can leverage this same structure. Instead of presenting isolated facts, we should guide our audience through a narrative journey, establish context, introduce a challenge or imbalance, and ultimately present a solution or recommendation. The three-act structure of a story. One of the earliest descriptions of narrative structure comes from classical philosophy. Stories are commonly organized into three major parts: the beginning, the middle, and end. This structure remains useful today as a framework for communicating analytical insights. The beginning of the story introduces the setting and establishes the context for the audience. At this stage, the goal is to create shared understanding and explain why the topic matters. The audience should quickly grasp the situation and understand the stakes. When communicating with data, the opening section should answer several key questions. Where and when does the situation take place? Who is involved in the issue? What has changed or created a problem? And what outcome do we hope to achieve? This stage establishes what can be called the imbalance, a situation that is not yet resolved. The imbalance creates tension and provides some motivation for the rest of the story. Without tension, the narrative becomes uninteresting. If everything is already working perfectly, there's little reason to investigate or to act. In data communication, this imbalance often takes the form of a problem, risk, opportunity, or gap between current performance and desired outcome. By framing the story around tension, we capture the audience's attention and provide a reason for them to care about the analysis that follows. The middle section of the story contains the bulk of the narrative. Here we investigate the situation more deeply and develop the reasoning that supports our conclusion. This is where data analysis plays its most vital role. The middle of the story may include background information that clarifies the problem, comparisons with benchmarks or external context, data visualizations that illustrate key trends or patterns, examples that make abstract concepts concrete, explanations of potential consequences if the issue remains unresolved, evaluation of possible solutions, and evidence supporting the recommended course of action. Throughout this section, the goal is to maintain engagement while building a compelling case. The narrative should lead the audience step by step toward the conclusion, ensuring that each piece of information strengthens the argument. It's important to remember that the story is not about the analyst. Instead, the audience should be treated as the protagonist. The analysis exists to help them make decisions, to solve problems, or to achieve their goals. By focusing on what matters to the audience, the narrative becomes more relevant and persuasive. Every story requires a clear ending. After presenting the analysis and supporting evidence, we must conclude with a resolution. In the context of data communication, this resolution typically takes the form of a call to action. The audience should leave the story knowing exactly what to do next. The conclusion should clearly articulate the recommended decision, action, or change. This final step resolves the tension introduced at the beginning of the narrative. An effective ending often revisits the original problem and demonstrates how the proposed solution addresses it. By reconnecting the conclusion with the initial imbalance, we provide closure and reinforce the logic of the story. Narrative is the bridge between data and meaning. Data visualization alone is rarely sufficient to communicate insights. Even the most elegant chart can fail if the audience does not understand its significance. Narrative acts as the bridge between data and meaning. A strong narrative explains why the data matters, what patterns or insights should be noticed, how those insights relate to the audience's goals, what actions should follow. Without narrative guidance, audiences may struggle to interpret visuals or identify key takeaways. By embedding visualizations within a coherent story, we ensure that the data communicates directly to the message we want to communicate. The most effective communication occurs when strong visuals and strong narrative work together. Data visualization reveals patterns and relationships, while narrative explains their significance. Stories can be structured in different ways depending on the audience and context. One common approach is chronological. In this structure, the audience experiences the story in the same sequence as the analytical process, identifying a problem, gathering data, conducting analysis, and arriving at a conclusion. This approach works well when the audience values transparency or wants to understand how the conclusion was reached. Another effective strategy is to lead with the conclusion. In this approach, the story begins with the recommendation or key insight. The remainder of the narrative then explains the reasoning and evidence that support this conclusion. This structure can be particularly useful when communicating with busy audiences who primarily want to understand the implications of the analysis. Selecting the appropriate narrative flow requires understanding the audience's needs, expectations, and priorities. Some audiences want to see the full analytical journey, while others prefer to start with the answer and explore the details afterward. The format of communication also influences how storytelling should be structured. In live presentations, spoken narration complements visual materials. The presenter can guide the audience through the story, explain the significance of each chart, and respond to questions as they arise. In written reports, the narrative must stand on its own. Without a presenter to provide explanation, the document must clearly communicate the key insight through text and visuals alone. Titles, captions, annotations, and explanatory paragraphs become essential elements of the story. Regardless of format, the goal remains the same. Ensure that the audience understands the significance of the data and the actions that they should take as a result. Repetition is one of the most effective techniques for reinforcing a message. When audiences encounter an idea multiple times in slightly different forms, it becomes easier to remember. One useful framework for repetition can be summarized in 3 steps. Tell the audience what you're going to tell them, then tell them, and then tell them what you just told them. This structure creates a rhythm that reinforces the central message. The introduction sets expectations, the main body provides detail, and the conclusion summarizes the key insights. Each stage reinforces the others, increasing the likelihood that the audience will remember the message. The most effective stories place the audience at the center. Instead of presenting the analysis as an intellectual exercise, we should frame it as a narrative in which the audience plays the leading role. The story should address their challenges, goals, and decisions. Data becomes meaningful when it helps the audience understand their situation and choose a course of action. When the audience sees themselves as the protagonist of the story, the data transforms from abstract numbers into relevant, actionable insights. Several practical techniques can help ensure that a narrative communicates its message clearly and effectively. A presentation or report should be structured so that the main points of the story can be understood simply by reading the section titles or slide headings. When titles are written as clear, action-oriented statements, they form a concise summary of the narrative. If the titles alone tell a coherent story, the audience will have an easier time following the argument. Vertical logic is when each individual section or slide should reinforce a single central idea. The title, visual elements, and supporting text should all align with that idea. When every component of each slide supports the same message, the audience can quickly understand the intended takeaway. Extraneous details that do not support the central point should be removed or moved to supplementary material. Reverse storyboarding provides a useful way to evaluate an existing presentation or report. Instead of starting with an outline, we examine the finished communication and write down the main point of each section or slide. The resulting list should resemble a clear outline of the intended story. If the outline appears disorganized or incomplete, this signals that the narrative structure may need adjustment. Creators of analytical content often become too familiar with their material to judge it objectively. What seems obvious to the analyst may be confusing to others. Obtaining feedback from somebody unfamiliar with the topic can reveal gaps in clarity, logic, or emphasis. A fresh perspective helps ensure that the story communicates effectively to its intended audience. So some final takeaways. Communicating with data is not simply about presenting information. It's about guiding understanding. Storytelling provides a structure that makes this possible. By organizing insights into narrative with beginning, middle, and end, we create a journey that captures attention and clarifies meaning. By combining strong visuals with thoughtful narrative, we ensure that data supports a clear and compelling message. When these elements come together, data becomes more than evidence. It becomes a story that informs decisions, inspires action, and stays with the audience long after the presentation ends. And so with that, you can consider your final lesson learned. Now you know how to tell a story.